What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another LEGO YouTube video. Today I got this free table from work, which I thought was pretty cool, so I thought, how can I incorporate this into the LEGO collection? Because I actually think it looks pretty cool. I really love the openness of it, but you can kind of see there's like chalk markers on the side, which is kind of funny that I wasn't able to erase, but I think it adds some character. But I think this has a lot of potential for displaying some LEGO sets, and also acting as a way better nightstand than what I have right here, because this has a lot of LEGO on it, but doesn't really function as a nightstand. So we're gonna go ahead and clear it off over here, and this was like such a dusty shelf, so I got to do that too. And then here's everything that was on it, and now here is the new nightstand. And I like the look of this a lot better too, and I was actually hoping to fit this lamp that I got for my apartment for when I go to school on it, but I think it might be a little bit too tall, and so once we have it on here, it's definitely way too tall to function as a nightstand lamp. So I think I'm probably just gonna have to save this for school, and also it covers up a lot of the stuff that's on the wall, so I don't really think it'll work best right there. So I also had this duck lamp though that I think fits in pretty cool here. I'm not happy with the lampshade, so hopefully we'll be able to find a replacement for that. But what I really like about this nightstand is that it allows you to see the DC sets a lot better on those lower shelves, just because it's so open on the sides, and it also is not as long. So now let's get to the fun part of actually like redisplaying, I guess, all of the sets that are on here. And so here's our finished product, and I think this looks really nice. I'm actually really happy with it. There were a few sets that couldn't fit on here just because it is a little bit smaller, but I feel like that's okay. I'm really happy with everything that we were able to put on here. I really like how deep this shelf is in comparison to the other one. Like, I can actually like use it as a nightstand and fit stuff on top of here. And then I was also able to pull out my duck lamp, which I think looks a lot better than that like super cheap Amazon lamp that I had. And then we're still able to put the 89 Batwing plaque relatively close to the Batwing. And what's good about this, we didn't have to take anything off of the wall, because like I didn't really want to mess with that too much. So I'm really happy that I didn't have to do that. It would have been cool to fit the saxophone, but oh well. So here's a look at the new nightstand with the Mario display. It's very similar to what we had before, but I kind of like this one a lot more. I feel like it's a lot more visible, with the exception of maybe Bowser in the back. But like, since light can come in from all sides of the nightstand, I think that's definitely something I admire about this display a lot. And you can kind of like have some of the sets poke out a little bit too, so you're able to fit a lot more. And then again, like I said earlier, you can better see the stuff on the lower DC shelves too, which was also something great too, because like those were kind of hidden. So now we kind of have this question as to what am I going to do with this old bookshelf, because I still want to use it in the LEGO room. And so what I decided to do was actually move my desk over here, and this gives me a lot more open space, but also there's space for the bookshelf to fit over here. And so here it is. It's a little cramped, but honestly not even that bad. The only thing I had to get rid of was this really cheap shelf from Amazon, which I didn't really like in the first place, and it held some of the droid figures on here, so now we have to find a spot for those. But we do have this brand new empty bookshelf, and I think the three droids look way better on here. You can actually see them, and I think they look really cool next to each other. And then we've got the other sets that didn't fit down here too. And then also I was able to find a spot for my microphone, which is pretty good, because it was always just like kind of taking up space on my desk. And then we have the empty shelf at the bottom too. And then also what I like about this is it gives my chair like a lot more room to kind of move around, and then it's also just like way more open space in my room too. So like, I'm very happy with that. I think really good. We've also we did have to take down these posters though, because I moved my desk over, but I went to the antique mall and was able to find a new Star Wars poster, which I think looks pretty cool. So this is just going to temporarily be here, but it's this nice retro Empire Strikes Back poster. So I thought that looked really cool, and it kind of fills that empty space. Then we also got, not really LEGO related, but we got this yellow submarine lunchbox, which I thought looked pretty cool next to the LEGO version of it. So really happy with all of that. I think it came together really nicely, and I'm actually really happy with the new bookshelf that we've got here too. We've got space for like the retro radio if I wanted to go get that, because there's this entire shelf at the bottom that is freed up. I'd probably move some stuff around though if I got it, because the stuff on the bottom shelf you can't really see too much, so I'd play around with the display a little bit. But really happy with this. And then of course we're still able to kind of have all of the storage that I have underneath my desk, with all of just the loose pieces and the minifigures too. And up here is basically the same, it's just like rotated, so we still got the Funko Pops and the shadow boxes over here, but I think it looks a lot nicer. And then I also did get the new lampshade that I think fits the duck lamp a lot better, and I'm really happy with this nightstand too. Very, very happy with how everything came together. I like the look of this table a lot more than the kind of just like basic Target bookshelf too. I feel like it just has a lot more of an industrial look, and then having gotten this from work, I think that's just kind of funny, bringing a piece of my job to my apartment in college, so that's gonna be funny, I guess. But I think it looks really good. I'm able to fit a lot more Lego over here too, and then like I've said like a million times, it just opens things up a lot and lets more light in so I can see the other sets around it. And then I think my desk area I'm also really happy with too, because we're able to fit more Lego over here too, and then also have more open space. I feel like that's a win-win, so I'm really happy I made that decision. We also had to move these like classic Batman minifigures by Arkham Asylum that used to be on the old nightstand, so that was another quick little change that we had to make here. But I did have to move the nightstand over a little bit, but like still, even though since like the side of the nightstand's opened up, you can still see a lot of the sets here. And then also just not a Lego related change, but just a change I made to the Lego room. I played around with my TV stand and added the second drawer back inside of here, and I actually brought back my Wii, and have been playing a lot of Wii games recently, and so I've got those on display too. So I kind of switched that up so there's not as much Lego being displayed, but it's way more practical, so you can kind of see like the Wii accessories in there, and then my Switch accessories are a lot more organized. And I think this was definitely a good call, because the only Lego set I had over here was the office Lego set, and still able to put a spot for it. So we've just been utilizing our space a whole lot better, and I think the TV stand just looks way better with both of the drawers, because it's kind of weird only having one. And kind of reorganizing all of this got me thinking about like for the future as to like what Lego sets am I actually going to take with me when I move out for school, because I definitely want to bring some over, because like you can't have a room without any Lego sets in it. And obviously I won't be able to take everything, and I don't really know if I'd want to take everything, just because if you've ever moved before, you know how big of a struggle it is to actually move your Lego sets without them breaking, especially the larger ones too. I really don't want that to happen, so this is the first time I really thought about like the ones I want to take. And I think the obvious picks are the Beatles Yellow Submarine and the T2 camper van, because those are relatively easy to move, and I really like the look of them, and they're some of my favorites. And then I also want to bring over the Stranger Things upside down, just because I love the Halloween vibe it has, but also it's just one of my favorite Lego sets, and I have a lot of nostalgia for it. And then out of the Star Wars sets, I really want to bring the UCS R2-D2. It's always been one of my favorites. Ideally, it'd be cool to bring the rest of the droids with him, but I think if I'm only going to take one, it's definitely going to be R2, so we'll see how the space looks. And then I really want to take some of these modular buildings. I don't think I should take the Daily Bugle or the Avengers Tower, just because of how big they are, and I really don't want to have to rebuild them, and they're also pretty valuable. So I think I'm just going to take the Palace Cinema and the Grand Emporium, and I think it'd be fun to kind of like use them as bookends, kind of. Have like the Palace Cinema on one side, Grand Emporium on the other side, have some books in between them. I think that would look pretty cool. And I really want to bring some of these UCS Star Wars sets, but I don't think I'm ever going to move the UCS Millennium Falcon until I'm like moving into a place where I feel like I'll be there for a while, and just being at a place for a year, yeah, I'm not risking breaking the Falcon. Same with the Venator and the gunship. I was considering bringing these little buildable mosaics, but I don't really want to mess with taking those off the wall, so I think I'm just going to leave them there. But I do want to bring this display over here from the Star Wars section, the Jabba's sail barge, and definitely Jabba's Palace. If I'm only going to take one set over here, it's definitely going to be the Palace. I love this set, and it's small, fits into really any display. And then I also think I want to take the Cantina with me, kind of have a cool little Tatooine display, also because I'm worried it'll get sun damage if I leave it here and I'm not there. I also think it'd be great to take the UCS AT-AT. I feel like that's the less fragile of the UCS sets that I've got, but again, it takes up so much space and it's kind of expensive. I don't want anything happening to it. But what I hadn't planned on is really liking this Nintendo display, and I think I'm going to take this along with me. So I think this nightstand, with the exception of the Batwing plaque, will probably stay the same, and I'll move that to my new place. And I was thinking about bringing the Ewok Village, but kind of same deal. One of my most valuable Lego sets. Do I really want to risk something happening to it? So I think I'll probably hold off on that for now. But I do want to bring this Ninjago display, the Tranquil Garden with the Ninjago minifigures on it, because I feel like that's easily fittable into any display, and it's got a lot of Ninjago characters that I'm really fond of. And then I also want to kind of bring the bonsai tree to go alongside with it, because I feel like that would also make for a pretty nice display too. And the only wall art that I want to bring along with me is the Van Gogh Starry Night, and I think this is a really cool art set, but I'm also not really happy with its placement in my current LEGO room, so that's kind of why I'm like, okay, we'll take this one. And out of the superhero sets, I feel like the only one that I'm really set on bringing is the I Am Groot set, because I think it's a fun looking set. I might honestly just get the potted plant version instead, but it's small and it fits into any display space. And then I was also thinking about bringing Mjolnir too, because I thought that was a nice one to bring as well. And I was thinking about whether or not I should bring my shadow boxes, and again, kind of the expensiveness kind of came to mind. Do I really want to risk losing these like $1,000 shadow boxes or damaging them? And I considered it, and I think I came to no. I don't think I'm gonna bring those over, but who knows? Maybe my mind will change. You never really know what you'll have space for until you get there. I think it'd be cool to bring the Lion Knight's castle too, as well as Gringotts. Those would kind of bring some nice variety, but again, both of these are like super big sets and also expensive, so who knows if I'll have space for them or not. Probably getting a little too ambitious, but I think would also be cool, kind of go with the retro vibe that I'm going for, and also pair well with the Stranger Things set. It's the Ecto 1, and doesn't really take up too much space too, so I feel like that'd be fun to bring. And then I want to bring my Funko Pop collection too, because like it's very easy to move those around and they don't really take up too much space, so I think that'd be a lot of fun. But yeah, that's like kind of everything that I'm thinking of bringing along with me. So I've never really like sat and like critically thought about like what's going to make the cut and what will not make the cut for what I'm going to bring with me. So I think that might be the final list, but I mean, I might bring too much, I might bring too little. You never know until you get to that space, but I'm really excited for that to kind of show off the new LEGO room. It definitely won't be as grand as this one, but I think it'll still be something to look forward to, and I'm excited to continue making videos throughout school, so don't worry, I'm not going anywhere, at least not for now. And I'm also happy I was able to reorganize a bit too and find more space, and also just like better utilize my space and have a more open area for my room, so I'm really happy with that. So definitely let me know what you guys thought of the video down in the comments. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you are new around here, but that's all for today. Thanks for watching, peace out.